A, cut it off, B, add it back, equals C, everything's nice and smooth. That's kind of my thought process. Everything is kind of math in my brain. It's really nerdy. Welcome back to the Workbench, where we try to make things. We're continuing to try to make today is Revell's Ford FD-100 pickup. The Foose design kit they put out a while back that we're doing a good bit different, actually kind of a lot different. And what we're mainly focusing to work on right now, by the way, there is a playlist down in the description if you want to get caught up on this, because there's a ton going on with this truck. So just check out that playlist if you'd like. But what we're mainly working on right now is just the cab. So I think that's what we'll focus on for this update, because that's literally what I've been working on. And the main two things I'm working on with the cab right now is the front end of the cab and the interior. So let's take a look at this front end first. Let me make sure I've got it down here in this bottom camera so we can see what we're doing. So you can see I've cut out a lot of the core support of the original front end, because what I'm doing, or what we are doing, is incorporating in the front end or the core support of a Bronco. In fact, here's the body of the Bronco here, where I just cut the front end off, and now I have shaped that core support down to basically match what I've already set as the shape we need up front with the grille. So here's the grille of the Bronco that we're going to be incorporating. By the way, what do you guys think? Do we leave the word Bronco in the grille, and do we leave the little Bronco emblems on the seats, or do we remove those? I'm kind of going back and forth whether I want to keep the Bronco or get rid of it. I'm kind of leaning towards getting rid of it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But the point being is I used this grille to kind of shape what we needed for the core support so that it would fit right up in here. In fact, what I did first is shape the core support, cut it out, shape it up, get it to fit in, pretty much, I think, pretty close to perfectly in the front end here, where I'll be just essentially, what I'll do is I'll attach this core support to what's left of this support here from the original truck. And then I was able to use that to mark where, how I needed to cut here, because we're going to be using the bumper from the Bronco, which I'm still in the process of smoothing out. You can see I've got it actually pretty smooth out, but I still have a couple dimples here where that original kind of push bar bumper was right there. But so this is going to sit, the core support will sit right in here like so, as you can see, like that. So now it fits in there nice and clean, which will hold the grille, and then the bumper will be able to attach to that core support also here. But now I'm at the point where I need to mark out these edges, the ends or the front parts of the fenders, these sections here on the fenders, so that the bumper, this part of the bumper, will fit right in there nice and tight. So that's what I need to figure out next, and then that'll kind of have the front end pretty close to done. Then it's just body work, right? And one thing I need to do for the body work, you can see, let me grab what is this? a screwdriver. Let me grab a screwdriver. I can show you what I'm talking about. See if I can hold this all in place too. So with the hood in place, this core support in place. Well, in fact, let me just go ahead and attach the grille so you can kind of see what that's going to look like. So the grille will be attached to that core support, and then that'll be, here. And we can see, let me get it right angle. You can see we have a gap here between the hood and the grille, which I don't really like. And, we've got this top. Let me kind of show you. We've got the radiator support here that's part of this truck. That's the original radiator support. I don't know if all that'll be used, or, if we'll use the original radiator, probably not. So this bit here will probably be this. Let me see if I can show you. This bit here will probably be removed, but we'll see when that time comes. And then we also have what is actually the radiator support from the Bronco, which is here. But I was hoping the two would meet, and they do not, which is fine. I think that's fine. What I think I'm going to do, my first thought was to add material in here, add a filler. But what I think I'll actually do, which I think will be the better idea, you can see the fenders, they swoop back down. They kind of angle back down and actually match up. Hopefully you can see that. There's actually material there that goes back to the grille. And so what I think I'll do is add, the hood does not have that, right? So what I think I'll do is I'll just add material to the hood, and then have the hood come down and meet the grill kind of like on this, so I can show you, like on this angle coming down right like that, all the way across here. So it'll match up, basically it'll just match up with the fenders here, and then that'll flow all the way around. There are little bits of gaps in here. If I take the grill back out, I can show you that a little bit better. There are a little bit of gaps. By the way, this is what I sit and do at my desk. I don't know how, while I'm working, is okay, how am I going to get here? Well, A plus B equals C. How do I get to C by going this plus this? And what my thought was, or what I did was I just removed, and then now, see how we have gaps here? I'll add that back. I'll fill that back in. Once this core support is attached here, I can go in and fill that gap, make all that nice and smooth. We'll have the hood that comes down and meets the support here. So everything will be nice and smooth all the way around. And so A, cut it off, B, add it back, equals C, everything's nice and smooth. That's kind of my thought process. Everything is kind of math in my brain. It's really nerdy. But anyways, that's how I really kind of thought about that, and I think that's what's going to get us there. And once that's all smoothed out, the grill will just sit right in place, and then it's a matter of doing the same thing with the bumper now. So I've already removed. There was a big old support. I should have brought the cutoff piece. There was a big old piece that's set right here that's been removed already. Right, and then we're going to have to remove a little bit more, like I said, material here in the quarters, so two-way, I guess. And then I guarantee you, once I set this bumper in there, there's going to be a little bit of material that's going to have to be added back. So you add your B to equal C, which is nice and smooth. And I can already tell you, and we'll just take a real quick look if I can show you. Hopefully you guys are even seeing all this. If I set this kind of on top here, I already can tell you we're going to need a little material added back in right here. And that's fine. It's easy. That's easy enough to do. But the idea is to get the main, or at least my idea was to get these main supports, this main structure in the location it needs to be. And I think we've achieved that. Now, quickly, because that took so long to take a look at, let's go ahead and pull this interior out with, hopefully it won't fall apart. There we go. And we've got, basically, we'll show this from up top, I think. Basically got the same thing going on. So let me just fold the dashboard out of the way. So I put in added in the door panels. So basically what I had to do is just shave the door panels from the Bronco, shave up the back sides of them down nice and kind of much thinner. They were very thick. And then I took the door handles and everything off the original door cards, which is this piece here. Like that goes, that's still, the original door cards are in the place that they originally are, because that's our structure. I know that that structure is where it needs to be. That's you know what I mean? That I can use that as my base. So that's why I just shaved down the Bronco door panels and then tightly clamped them and glued them. And then what I've had to do, and hopefully you guys can kind of see this, I think you can, I've started working away this material here in that door panel with it attached, because I know that's where it has to go. So I can painter tape this together, and I know that's right where that's going to sit, and then I can bring in, where did I put the dash? Oh, it's right here taped. This is how scatterbrained I am, by the way. I can bring in the dash and start bringing the dash, kind of get the shape I need, will it away, bring in the dash, will it away. And I did one side. And by the way, this also involved untaping it, shaving it down. Basically I kind of drew in the shape I needed with a pencil, untaped it, shaved it down, taped it back up, looked at it. Anyways, did that many times. Many times. And by the way, there's a notch, just so you know, there's a notch here in the center console. That's why I have the center console taped in, because this tab fits in that notch, and I want to use that. Those are my bases, right? I know that those are all lined up right now. That tab, you probably can't see it, but that tab is in that notch. So I know everything's lined up, right? I know, and then I can center the console, and so I know I'm centered. And then that's how I can work out what I need to do with the door panels. So right now I'm in the removing stage, and basically that's also meaning like this. So I removed, let me make sure you can see, I removed material here, but I also put edges, I don't know how to say it. I made wedges, like this is wedged. So it's not just a hard edge, it's a wedged edge, because I know I'm gonna have to bring material back in here, right? If I put this back down, this all needs worked now. If you can see, maybe I'll show it down below. I don't know if it's easier to see. See, this is just all just roughness. Well, this needs to be worked now. And I think what I'm probably going to do is actually use the dash that came from the original kit. I'll take that out because there's a piece that goes in there, and I'll incorporate that in to then smooth it out. So A plus B equals C, right? I took away, now I'm going to add, and then we'll have a smooth surface. I don't know if any of that makes sense, and I hope it. I hope you guys are able to follow along with kind of where we're going with this build and how I'm trying to get there. Basically, the interior is kind of set. I've got the seats that are ready that can go in. Also, the only thing we need to do here is build out our back. Well, we've got to build in those corners, and then we've got to build in our back beauty panel. So this is the back of the cab, and then we would cover it with a beauty panel, and then we're going to also have, and I'm not sure exactly how we're going to shape it, what we're going to do it, but we're going to have a subwoofer box that goes through the cab back into the bed. So I've got, that'll have to go in here because I want the fronts of the speakers to show here, which I'll probably, I mean, they're obviously going to be behind the seats, but I don't know if I'll have them mounted inside the cab. Probably. I think that's the plan, is I'll mount them inside the cab right behind the seats, which they'll be hard to see, but what we will absolutely see is through the box in the bed, because we'll have, I'm probably going to do an acrylic panel on top and on the back, so that this side and this side of the box, which is going to take up this whole back side here, will be acrylic, and then we'll probably also in this incorporate the amps and all that kind of stuff too back here, because we're going to tonneau cover this. I'm going to fully build this out. It's going to be like if it was a real bed, it's going to be, you know, it's going to have interior panels all the way around. And, you know, I don't know if I'm going to do a wood bed. Our plan was to do a wood bed. I mean, it's going to be completely built out with a tonneau cover that's obviously removable. I might even put it on, well, I'll probably just have it removable because I want it to just completely come off. The point being is we'll be able to see those subwoofers from, and all the speaker gear from the backside for sure. Anyway, so that's where we're at. Let me know what you think down in the comments section so far. I had talked about doing black with silver accents for the interior. I got a comment about maybe using gold because it will be a gold base for the you know, gold base is going to go down with the blood red candy on top of that. I'm not a huge fan of gold. I'm just going to be real honest. I'm not a big fan of gold on vehicles unless it's a lowrider, like a traditional lowrider, which, by the way, I love traditional lowriders and the gold. This is not a traditional lowrider in any way. If you're running airbags, you are not a lowrider. I'm sorry. It has to be hydraulics. You have to have spokes. And in that case, I love gold, but not in more of what's going to be more of a street rod type application, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of probably going away from the gold interior. But let me know what you think. I do want to hear, because it got me thinking, you know, with that, you know, I definitely want to think about those things. So leave me those comments down below. I really do appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if this is something you want to keep up with. Oh, the motor's going to be in tomorrow. So we'll have the motor, well, it'll probably be late tomorrow. So we'll probably have the motor to look at on Friday. So that's the next thing that we got to start doing with the cab too, is we got to make that thing fit in there. So we'll probably be looking at that Friday. So hit that subscribe button if that's something you want to keep up with. Thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all those things everybody tells you to do on YouTube. I got a lot of work to get back to. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.